Hey guys, this is Reddy from Wealthy Options. Welcome to 0DT Pulse. Today's SENSEX expiry. SENSEX today opened with big gap up of almost like a 700 points, but the straddle premium, ATM rolling straddle premium sort of opened with 40 to 50 points overnight decay, and then first 15 minutes was okay, as the premium straddle premium around 916 was I think 440 or 450 or 430ish, and then it went up to 484, but the short stop loss strategies and all, they suffered. But first 15 minutes was okay, as the biggest stop loss they were still managing and their stop losses were not hit, and then the decay also started from 917. So that's how the day went up to 930. Okay, so after 930, then we saw Sensex forming a bigger red candles, and from here I think almost from 360 or 380 levels to straddle premium, it started going up all the way to 454 470 levels, right? So this is where most of the even the big stop losses got hit on the put side, and then you see the big V shape. So right, so this, because of this V shape, most of the call stop loss also got hit. So literally by 10 I think I had very few positions because the morning volatility took out most of my call side and put side stops as well. And then Sensex not only opened with the 700 points gap up, it continued to go up by another 500 points, and it touched 83,000. So the interesting is, Nifty 25,200 and Sensex 82,700 to 800 levels, or the upper side of the range where Sensex has been trading for the last 1.5 months. And today it appeared like it's going to take out the higher side. And while we all were thinking like it's going to sustain, then we saw the rejection from 83,000 levels, and immediately in the next half an hour Sensex fell down by 600 points. It's the falling down by 600 points is not a problem, but if you see these two red candles, especially this particular one, it pushed puts like anything. So you don't believe like this is at 1240, the Sensex the straddle premium, almost it was trying to cool off almost to the 340 levels, and from 340 it almost zoomed to the 600 level. So this is when, though I had a light positions, some of the IV shorting strategies triggered during this sudden and big fall, but as the IV continued to rose to a crazy levels, straddle premium going from 340 to 600 is almost like doubling. So those strategies also could not sustain, especially the put stop losses got hit when the Sensex was falling big. And if you see throughout this day, from 440 till the event to this time, so the straddle premium was not dropping at all. It was around 400 to 450 levels throughout the day, and holding the positions with the Sensex moving up and down and without any decay in the straddle premium, it's always a challenge for option sellers. And especially when you get these kind of spikes, I don't need to say that how people would have struggled to manage their positions. So this particular move has taken out most of the newly entered strategies, the puts also. And then there was a sudden reversal of with the two big green candles. So this has taken out whatever the puts hit, those strategies calls also got out, except very few. Most of the call stop losses also hit. So during this move, what happened is the straddle premium started dropping. So though the reversal happened, call premiums got high, but the ones which are OTM, so those ones survived a bit. And after that, from here it's a straight fall of almost like 800 points. From the Sensex day high, it fell down by 1100 points until 145. After that, Sensex started stabilizing, but stabilizing not like a very close range bound and all. It was a kind of a choppy with strikes shifting from one strike to other strike, and also the calls on both put sides spiking at the peak of the movements. So till 145 there was no decay, literally saying I think almost like a 350. From 145 where the Sensex sort of bottomed out for the day. There was a decay, but by then the losses were kind of increased, and then afternoon session was okay because some strategies were closed in a profit and some strategies ended in loss, but it's the morning session which kind of resulted in slightly higher loss, though I have reduced my positions significantly in the early morning trades and all. So but still I had to take like 0.7 percentage a loss on my account, and I had to admit, I think I posted in X Twitter also, like when this happened, when my most of the SLs were taken out, I mean when my most of the positions gone out in the first 1 hour 15 minutes, so I had literally very few, I mean probably very light positions. I mean that is where I thought when this candle happened, I thought the upside is getting rejected, and then I started entering positions, not with a higher position size, with a small position size, but even then straddle premium continued to go up high, and then it took beating on the upside, and then this particular one, it actually hit the puts with slippages also. As a result of that, my total loss was, I think it was 3 lakhs plus, like 3,07,000 or something, 3,07,000. Out of that, I think my discretionary trades, I mean couple of discretionary trades, they gave a loss of 1 lakh. Otherwise the systematic trading, the loss would have been approximately 0.45, and then the loss from discretionary trades is 0.25. so these two are something I shouldn't have taken, but at times when you have a very juicy premiums, and especially when you don't have any premiums, when you don't have any positions at all, you will be you will feel like taking that, but whenever we feel like taking such trades and do not follow the discipline strictly, even though once in a while, so market teaches the lessons. So that was the lesson, though I mean it was not, loss was not too high, but still being sort of taking some trades over on top of the system, it's not advised, because so otherwise, I mean you don't need to really go for a systematic trading. So anyway, so market has punished with sort of 0.25 additional loss. That's a lesson, and that's pretty much all for the day. And as I said earlier, I mean this account, I took 0.7 percentage sort of loss, and this account is 1.44 lakhs loss, and this account ended with the 17,000 loss, and the other account, this one took 1.45 lakhs loss. Anyway, that's all for the day, and I'll see you in my next episode on Thursday with the Nifty expiry, and take care. Bye.